Good morning and welcome to our discussion on the use of mother tongue and children's literature in developing foundational literacy skills. We all know that mother tongue and children's literature play a very important role in developing early literacy skills. In fact, children begin their journey of exploration of their surroundings and the world around them in their mother tongue. They develop a perception of this world in their mother tongue. They also develop a bond with family and people in their mother tongue. Their initial reactions are always in mother tongue. So, mother tongue plays a very important role in developing early literacy skill. Same goes for children's literature. Both are very important ingredients of foundational literacy. We will continue with our discussion on the use of mother tongue and children's literature. Here I would like to add one more point, that since we live in a multilingual society, it is important for us that children should learn more than one language. And there is a provision also for learning more than one language in our curriculum. Learning more languages, that is being multilingual, is an advantage, and multilingualism is a resource. Now I will introduce you to my co-panelist. She is Ms. Yachna Gupta and she is Senior Consultant with the Department of Elementary Education. She has a very wide experience of dealing with children, engaging them with language, and in the area of children's literature. Yachna, we would like to know from you that how children can be engaged meaningfully with children's literature. Please.
Sure. So as you already talked about mother tongue and how mother tongue is going to help a child inside a classroom to learn language. As a child, when it enters the classroom, they have already immense knowledge and experience about their surroundings in their mother tongue. So keeping mother tongue as an essential part of learning is pivotal for us. Being a teacher or a facilitator, we need to understand that mother tongue is an integral part of a language learning. So we need to consider it and need not to replace it inside the classroom. When a child is speaking or writing or giving a response, we should allow the child to use mother tongue inside the classroom, and eventually the child will able to gradually get the knowledge in the standard language and will start using it inside the classroom, as it's a process. Now we already want to talk about children's literature, as ma'am said already that we have to cover it as well. Children's literature is an integral part of a language learning. It helps a child to understand language better. It's not only give you an opportunity to engage with the child inside the classroom, but it also allows the teacher and the other facilitator to get the knowledge and involve the child inside the classroom with the language process. It helps a child to understand and learn with the language learning process, as well as it makes language learning more relatable to them.
Well said, Yachna. The emphasis, I think, is on promoting natural ways of learning language. Because as you said, that when child comes to the classroom, he already has an understanding of the functions of the language.
Right.
So we have to prolong and proceed on the same lines instead of truncating the knowledge they have already acquired. So we would also like to add here the criteria for selecting children's literature. Like when we have to select children's literature, we have to keep in mind some points, like it should be age appropriate, it should interest children, they should take interest in reading that literature. And children are very fond of reading fairy tales, ghost tales, tales of Panchtantra and many other stories.
True.
So that should be the part and parcel of the reading corners of our classroom. Another thing is that our children's literature should be authentic, that it should be meant for children. They should see their world in their stories or poems or other literary genres whatsoever they are reading and writing about. So that is very important. And another important thing while selecting children's literature is that it should have some universal values, human values, because we do not want that our literature should send direct messages, didactic messages to children. We want children to construct their own messages after reading the literature. So the literature which we select for children should have all these qualities, and there should be variety in children's literature. We come to another point of discussion, that is that how this literature should be transacted in the classroom. We have understood the importance of having children's literature. We have understood the importance of having children's literature in mother tongue so that children can reflect over it, can respond to the stories and other genres of literature that we have understood. Now, the point is, when we bring in children's literature in the classroom, how the teacher should transact it in the classroom so that children can get the opportunities of both learning the language as well as of self-assessment.
Very true,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yachna, please.
So you already talked about the point that we need a lot of variety inside the classroom when we are talking about the children's literature. It should not be limited to only few categories or themes that we are talking. It should be multi-thematically arranged, as well as the child should get the freedom to choose the books on their own. And it's not just limited to the books inside the classroom. We should have the literature that is there, and the child is able to see the posters that is displayed in the classroom, be it picture poster, be it only a picture book or a big books where they only have pictures inside the books, or on the posters or on the walls where they can themselves imagine the story and use their creativity and imagination to explore the world of language learning. From this, they will able to make their creativity work, as well as the language learning, that they are grasping the language, the words they are grasping from the environment and from the teacher and the peer. They will be able to use them there inside the classroom as well as outside the classroom. So this is going to be a big opportunity for them to use it by themselves. Now we have big books, we have other story books, picture books, and then we have narration part. So when we are talking about the language and the literature, the most important and integral part that language learning should have and should be catered inside a classroom is narration of a story. Be it a teacher or a facilitator, when they are telling a story, it should be more engaging when the child would be hear it. When we first want them to get the opportunity to be a part of a language learning, we need to make them more interactive and make them interested towards the language. And that part only can be done when they will listen to the story, when they engage with the story, and when they explore the world of language with the help of story. And the narration part, that can be done by the teacher or a facilitator, whomsoever is there, and with the other students if they wants to share the story. So that's how we can build the literature inside a classroom, from reading to speaking and vice versa.
Other language skills as
Yeah,
well.
sure.
So the thing which we would like to emphasize here is that engagement with language is very important.
Very important.
We should engage children meaningfully with language. And there is no better resource than children's literature.
Very sure.
And it should be accessible to children. It should not be, hidden from them. It should not be locked in the boxes. It should be made available to children.
Not just library corners in a one
Absolutely.
room. It should be inside a classroom where they have their reading corner, or a corner where they can themselves go and reach to the corner, pick a book on them themselves and then read it.
Read it. Yes, and one more thing, Yachna, I hope you will agree with me that along with the books, we also need stationery.
Very
Because researchers have shown that there is a very close link between these two skills, reading and
And writing.
writing. And the moment children read something or listen to something, they would like to draw.
Draw.
And drawing is their language.
Their language.
Would you like to say something on that
Sure, ma'am.
before
So-
we wind up?
Yeah.
Actually.
So when we talk about the language learning in children's literature, it not just help a child to learn the words and listen and vocabulary enhancement. It also linked with the writing part. A child start their writing with the drawing. So when they read or hear a story, the next moment when you tell them to express their self, they will draw something related to the story. So that's the post activity that we can do after a story or in between the story session, but it's a initial part of writing process. So it's very important that we should allow a number of opportunity for them to get inside the world of writing and reading together.
Before we wind up, we would like to suggest our viewers and learners that they should form reading clubs, write reviews of children's literature, become members of children's libraries, and develop tasks based on children's literature. They should also develop an understanding of how children learn to read, write, and develop other language skills. It is a pleasure to use children's literature and mother tongue in the classroom, provided we have relevant and meaningful and interesting activities for the children. And we are sure that this will give them good academic results as well. So before we say thank you to our viewers, we would also like them to deliberate upon the issues which we have raised here. Thank you very much.